just talk about whatever.
I watched.
Yeah.
Well, no, the main rule though was that, I mean, you're the host.
And you have to put this right here.
You interview yourself the whole time.
Yeah,
That's
well.
funny. That first episode, Nadia didn't get a fucking word in it right. She would say something, and you would say, "Yeah, that's all enough for you." I'm still talking. I can't believe it.
I'm a horrible host. I realize this about me. I did the same thing with Will DeVry. I'm like, I gotta shut the fuck up and let my guests talk.
Oh man, it's funny though. It's good. I want you to talk.
No, you're gonna talk during most of this, but just make sure this is here with your microphone.
Yeah, that's
make
what you
sure.
said to William too. And Tobin was the one who said, "No, it's okay." He said, "You can actually
Rob
keep
said
it
it.
down."
Yeah, Rob said it.
I watched you say it.
But this is a different microphone now.
And William said something about, I don't know what he was talking about with it being so damn close. I'm not sure, but
It's a different one now though, so it
It's
needs
a
to be
different
closer.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, so now it is closer.
Yeah, so now it is closer.
It is. You have to be like this.
Yeah.
Hey, Kristoff.
Get a contraption that just goes like this.
Yeah.
It's okay. It doesn't. I want it to remain chill, though. I don't want people to be like, "Oh, I'm being interviewed. Now I'm going to say the right thing." Because always we can cut it out. Because I'm not about making anybody look bad. I'm not like, oh wow, they're going to say this and people are going to watch.
That's how I go.
I almost felt like I was 3 years old again.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
I think Tobin already started, didn't you? Yeah. Like a while ago, right? Like 30 minutes ago. Here, put that up.
Oh, yeah.
This is Kristoff St. John, probably one of my favorite people on the planet. It's true.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
That's
always
impressive.
say yeah.
No,
one of my favorite people on the
she
planet.
doesn't say
Wait,
that.
let me think about it the other
She
way.
doesn't say that. So
Well,
even I perked up.
What would I say? What would I say? I would say, how many people do you know? If I'm your favorite, then am I the only person you know?
5 human beings.
5. And Jameson and Natalia are 2. So
Do you know what I do? Do you know what I do with them? I tell them each, like, separately, I love you the most.
Yeah, you got to separate them. What? Separate them.
That's amazing.
And then Natalia actually is like, well, what about Jameson? I'm like, I love you the most.
Yeah.
He's not in the room. I go to Jameson. I'm like, I love you the most.
Of course you do. But Jameson doesn't really understand that right now. I mean, he understands with your kisses and your right.
All of that.
Yeah. Do you kiss him or hug him more in front of, or when you're alone with him, or is that what?
I think when I'm alone with him.
You kiss him more.
Yeah, because your love is divided. You know.
Yeah.
You have You know, get with 3 humans, your love is divided.
I have this problem. I really do.
Yeah.
With Lola and Paris.
Or especially the 2 girls, right?
Yeah. Paris
But can I just say, but you're 2 separate marriages, so you have the luxury of having them at separate times, right?
No.
Oh, I was wrong.
No. Well, the 24-year-old has come to live with me temporarily or permanently, and I guess it's her call, and mine as long as she minds the rules of the house, and that's not to mess up my floors. That's the only thing. If you walk with bare feet, I'm gonna cut your toes off.
Oh wait, I thought having shoes was bad.
Having shoes is good.
Oh.
Oh yeah, having shoes is good because shoes don't sweat, and they don't track like sweaty feet or feet. You'll see smears if I do that. Literally, my floors are almost polished like glass.
You must think that I'm horrible, and mine are trashed.
I don't.
My floors.
I just can't look at your floors.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
can't.
I just found it amazing.
It would actually, you would be so fucked up. No, seriously, no, they're horrific. They're scuffed. They're scratched. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know what that is.
Well, no.
That's from years ago.
This is different, though. You have original wood floors, which are nice, and all you have to do is sand them down if you ever want to, take, a layer of scratch.
I'll never do that.
No, I just put these floors in, literally.
Oh, you just put them in.
I just put them in.
You get weird when you just put them in.
Hey, like a new car.
Yeah.
What happens the first, month? And
Very
with kids,
true.
you go, you're not
Don't
eating
eat in here, and
anything.
then
What else?
Yeah.
What else?
You can't eat in here. Yeah. You can't bring. But when I got this car, it's relatively new. I ate the first day.
Yeah.
Just to
Just
say.
to get it over with.
Yeah, no,
You know-
just to be a rebel.
But I like how he said she can stay with me as long as she minds the rules of the house with the floor.
With the floors.
But because of the dogs,
But
like,
she
we gotta
can, like,
move.
she can come in,
So,
she can-
so she goes.
Yeah.
She
She
can do
she
anything
doesn't
else. She
mind.
can
She
bring a
goes
bunch of
with
men.
the dogs. He's gonna
the
sell the
dogs.
house.
Freaking dogs. I
You
got-
have a bunch of them, don't you?
No, I have two, and they're
Oh,
so
what?
cool, man. I got a Shiba
very
Inu
cool.
that's a Japanese
son.
dog, and I got a red heeler, and he's a great dog. One of them's a cat, that's the Shiba, the Japanese dog, and the other one is a pure dog. He just wants to lick you on your face and
Yeah,
jump
be all
on
in
your
you.
lap. And he's gonna be about 50 pounds. Right now, he's 25.
Oh, that's easy to deal with.
Yeah. that
Did
one.
you notice my product, Skin Nation?
I did. That was a good segue. We went from dogs to cream and stuff. I love it.
Yeah,
I tried this. Actually.
it's amazing. Yeah, and you liked it.
I did. I got to be honest. When I saw you last,
Don't be honest.
I brutally like you. I told you I would do this as a test every other day, and I would tell.
Oh,
the
and you
audience.
didn't. It's
And
okay.
I
don't
didn't,
mind. I don't
but
care.
That's because these were robbed from me. I came home and
Did
my
your
girls-
girlfriend took him?
No, my girls.
Oh,
They
good.
both-
I love
yeah.
it. I love that they did. Okay, make sure to tell them that to really wash with a washcloth because since they're organic,
Yeah.
they don't have the chemicals that made them slide off your face. So you have to really wash out. You will never remember to tell them that, will you?
Girls.
No, you will never remember.
No, it's something about this coconut oil. I don't know what. Hey man, I can do a commercial for you right now. You ready?
Yeah.
Buy this shit.
Okay, that's enough. That's all we need. Kristoff and I used to work on Young and the Restless together.
We did.
It was really fun.
It's one of the best times I've had on the show.
Yeah, working with you.
Yeah.
For sure. And when I was going over all the research and like what I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
with you, I remembered when we did that storyline with Josh, the three of us, where we were looking for our kids. And
Oh,
you
the
were-
beach?
Yes, and you were my son and his daughter. Ran away because they were in love, and we didn't want them to be in
No,
love.
we
Why
did not.
not? Because they were too young.
Yeah.
They were too young.
Yeah, especially it was more coming from me, I think, because Lily was 15, I think.
Yeah.
at the time,
Oh,
15.
and supposedly my son accidentally killed another girl, but it wasn't. That wasn't. It killed Cassie.
No, he did?
Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's what the story was. Daniel supposedly was drunk, and he was drunk driving, and then Cassie got killed. But you really found out that Cassie saw him passed out in the back seat, and then she drove the car, and then
She got in the accident.
and she died. And so that's how Josh came into the whole picture. The other part that I loved is when we went to
Malibu? No?
no, that was that, yeah, but nice.
You like that? Can I show it off?
Yeah.
Can you squeeze it?
You should.
Will you
Okay,
squeeze
sure.
it? Can you
Yes,
squeeze it?
of course I will.
All right, now you're going to squeeze this first, all right?
Oh no, that's impressive. Yeah.
Oh, I just lost my mind. I'm so sorry. All right.
No, I like that
I'm
part
back.
of you.
I'm back.
Okay, so the other part.
Animal.
But I was just really impressed with that shit. Okay, listen.
too.
And then the other part where we went to Japan and we were crawling looking for the orchid, and you and I were crawling through. We were crawling through this made-up jungle that they made in the set, and Kristoff and I were in this vegetation that had been sitting there for like a week, so it started to really smell. And
that was
we were
terrible.
just
Yeah.
each other like, what?
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was really fun.
I thought it was kind of me or I
It was
didn't
the
know.
two of us. It was
Yeah.
really fun. And Damon Porter, Keith Hamilton Cobb.
Keith Hamilton.
Yeah, sweetheart.
Yeah.
And then but when the three of us were together, Josh, yourself, and me, I just remember that we did a day with the little short guy who played like a DJ or something like that. Well, and he came in, and in the beginning of the day, he kind of was like, well, whatever, it's a soap. And at the end of the day, because we were just laughing the whole time,
Right.
he said, this is probably the greatest job I've ever had.
Oh, for
it
that
was
day?
it was so much fun. Remember, he was a little guy, and we were at his Oh, I know. It's a lot to
I think
remember.
I think it's women who remember stuff like that.
maybe.
Like that
But
dude is
he
small.
was. No. I didn't
What?
know. Not that. I didn't know. It wasn't like that. Like, oh, that dude's small. It was like.
Well, House.
But he was a super slight dude, and
Okay.
and he played like a music executive.
Yeah.
And he was like a hippie looking guy.
Okay. It's all coming
Anyway.
back to me now. Short hippie. I got it.
Anyway, that was such fun.
That was good times.
Yeah, it was good times.
Can I blow you up for a second though?
Sure.
All right. And this isn't because I'm sitting here with
In my house.
in your house with your skin products. I gotta say that of all the people that I've ever seen, that I've worked with, male or female, you are the most organic. You're the best actor, actress that I've worked with.
Really? That's really nice.
You don't plan stuff, and that for me is golden. There's too many people who, okay, I'm going to move over there, exactly, and then when I turn, and I mean this truly, I've watched your work and been in awe and have said to myself, this is no shit, have said to myself, how can I make this more Staffordish?
Oh, real? That is so nice. That is like the best compliment I've ever
Wow,
gotten.
that's.
Wow.
I mean, you know, that's
we
like
can end right now.
I
I don't
know.
even know what to say.
scene.
And scene, yo.
Drop the mic.
But see, now you're gonna. If I compliment you, you're gonna think I'm just bullshitting. I feel the same way about you. And all of our scenes together were fun because of that. Do you know? It's interesting you say that because I feel like anybody just wants it to be like that. Anyone wants a free fall, right? Yeah. Because we're acting, and I'm like, oh, people want that. And I've worked with some people who really don't want that and
At
get
all.
a little angry at me because
We know.
passive aggressively angry at me. So I guess it's not angry. It's like passive aggressive. But they don't dig it. But I think secretly they get off on it. I think secretly they dig it.
I'm going to tell you why those particular people don't, and
I
they
think those people might be bad in this.
they're fucking bad because of that.
You know,
Because you
controlling
can't
everything.
you can't.
You know,
That's just my thing.
couple
It
of
always
licks
goes to
here,
bad in the sack.
breathe,
Yeah, it's like you gotta like play. It's all like creation, and you know.
Yeah, you went there. I was actually trying to have like a Lee Strasberg actor studio moment.
But
And-
that is.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
I know what you mean.
Continue on.
Well, no,
I mean, you work from your head or you work from your groin.
Right. That's what my acting teacher said when I was
Really?
18.
Yeah,
He said,
it's like it's
your
coming
power
from
comes from your
balls.
crotch.
Yeah, it comes from your balls or it comes from your head, and I'd rather have it come from my balls.
Well, but we should explain that though, because it's not just balls. It's the
Yeah,
it's the thing.
It's like
it's the charisma.
and that's what
it's
people
the
want to
qualm.
fucking watch.
Yeah.
They want to fucking watch. The people, I'll say this to my dying day, people are smart, even though I know a lot of, guys who are running the show in Hollywood are like, they don't know, they'll just take what we give them. No, they're smart, they feel, and when they latch on to a real emotion or something real, it affects them. And I think to my dying day, that will be true.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Wait, don't leave there.
I'm not.
Yeah, I got something to add about
Okay.
the crotch, because I'm thinking.
The crotch.
I'm thinking, and I know that I've heard this sort of in a spiritual sense.
Yes.
And in a worldly sense at the same time. I believe that we are here. It's procreation. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you or anyone else out there thinks, but I think that we're going to go and see a lot of different things that we are not expecting. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm getting off topic here.
No, I like it.
No. But procreation is about what? It's about bringing people into the world. This is a species. But sex, and the reason why I think it's coming from the crotch, especially for both of us.
The creation and
It's the sex. This is what we're meant to do.
Yeah.
I'm here, and I am supposed to somehow get you upstairs and go to bed with you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are.
Or you can come to my house. But one way or the other,
Put shoes on though.
she doesn't know.
You gotta put shoes on. Though.
You gotta.
You put your damn shoes on before you come to me.
Can I put heels on? Because
Yeah, please. Please.
no, because some people don't like heels on their hardwood floors.
Yeah, I'll make the exception this time. Okay, we're back to the acting.
Okay.
So that is what it is in a scene. If it's really happening.
Oh yeah, I know.
Then it's the
it's
sex
very
drive.
sensual. It is,
It's
isn't
about-
it?
yes, give
It
and
is.
take.
It is.
Are we gonna have sex?
Yes. No. Are we going to?
Well, the
Probably not,
characters.
because you have a
Girlfriend.
girlfriend.
I do. I can ask her though. No, listen. I'm not gonna. No.
You've been together a long time. It's great.
Yeah.
I think it's the
You're
Buffalo
very.
Bills
You know
part,
what, baby? It's the Buffalo
yeah,
Bills.
it
That's
is.
the problem. No diss to Buffalo. It's a great place, except in the winter. Ooh.
Spring,
Can't-
summer, or fall.
It can't be fun in the winter. That's got to be cold.
Yeah. Well, shoveling snow and shit ain't fun.
See, that's why I think that us in LA, we have no soul.
Yeah.
Because we never had to deal with the elements, the
have.
elements of weather. No, but if you're from LA,
Oh,
like
right.
myself,
Correct.
I have no soul, soulless, because I've never had to get up early, put on the layers. I just, get up. I have a whole thing in this book that I'm writing,
Okay.
a whole thing about how we in LA have no soul, because we just get up in the morning, we make our coffee and we leave. We get dressed, we leave. Like, we don't have to deal with anything else, which makes us like a shell of a human.
Right. Okay.
It's interesting.
I do
It's
understand
true.
that. I do understand that.
I'm from LA.
Yeah. Well, that would be true in another sense of family. Europeans, right? Making the time to sit down with each other,
Oh, yeah. Wow.
have a meal, and talk, converse. Wine
Yeah,
is poured. The
right?
kids at 16, 14,
They're
whatever.
drinking wine, and it's not a big deal because it's in front of them. It's not like, oh no, you can't have it, which I think is usually what makes people crazy.
It does.
Is why can't I have it? It must be something good. Oh, like I never did that with my daughter with sugar.
Yeah.
I just have it there. She hardly ever eats it.
Really?
Yeah.
A kid with no candy.
Yeah. I mean, she's like, she'll take some and then never finish it.
Yeah.
And whereas my mom forbid sugar.
Oh, you want it?
Oh no, I would go. We had a liquor store. Oh yeah.
You stole it.
I stole. No.
I mean, you
would
turned out
go buy it.
horribly, Michelle.
I turned out okay,
Really?
didn't I? I was okay.
I mean, I think it was an okay. I mean, like
It worked. It worked out.
it worked
yeah.
out. Yeah.
But like she forbid sugar, and so
Yeah.
I was like, I needed it, and then I would get it and hide it. Yeah, hide it under the bed, and then eat it.
I had no sugar
Yeah,
in
you
my
had
house.
no sugar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So no video games. So when I went to my friend's house,
You're like,
No video games?
I didn't want to hang out with them. I just wanted to play video
Jones
games at their
and
house.
Video games, yeah.
Wow. I didn't have a
That's how I
television
feel. That's how I feel.
growing up till I was about 6 or 7. My dad
That's
was not about
great.
televisions. He was all about reading and going outside and playing and being out. And then later, when we got a little older, he was like, "Okay, we'll get a television." For you
Puerto
guys."
Rico. In Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up in
I mean,
Puerto Rico.
I've been through Puerto Rico. That's a great city. It is. San Juan. Yeah,
San
I
Juan.
didn't. Listen, I'm listening to you and Rob talk about what you didn't have. I didn't even have clothes. I mean, it was pretty bad. I had to go to school naked. It was not
I'm an
fun.
asshole.
I had an afro and a penis.
I'm
No
an
shoes.
asshole.
No shoes.
I'm an asshole.
Says the guy on the shirt.
I'm an asshole.
Hey, wait a minute. No, let me. No, I got to add in on this.
Because I want to talk about your documentary.
I will, but please.
Will you, please?
Can I talk about food for a minute?
You can.
All right. Now, this, it's never like I was worse than you or we all had our problems. But at 5 years old, my dad, who, God bless him, wonderful actor, my
actor.
mentor,
Yeah.
just deep, charismatic guy,
Yeah.
wonderful writer. But he changed the diet around. And I hated him, my stepmother, for doing it because absolutely no meat, nothing cooked, raw foods, carrots in the lunchbox.
Oh, wait, how old?
Celery.
How old?
I was 5 when this happened. So I stole like you.
Yeah.
I wasn't stealing candy that much. I was stealing like
Hiding.
cheese,
Cheese.
and packets of meat from the store. I'd go in literally and I'd put bologna down my pants. I'd put meat down my pants.
You'd put bologna slices.
Listen.
Slices of bologna down your pants.
I did it.
Yeah.
I
I didn't steal. I actually bought it, but I hid it. I didn't steal until later in life. I wasn't, and it's actually a funny story.
What does that mean?
Later in life, I lived in Italy, right? And I was modeling, and I wasn't really working, and I wasn't making any money. And and this is so funny, and how people do stuff. But I went somewhere, there were a bunch of cans of tuna, right? So I was like, oh, good, this is food for, because models, they're not eating. So I'm like, here's some and I stole some cans of tuna at some party, but then there was a house in the back, and they just had a bunch of cans of tuna. So I stole the cans of tuna, and I was like,
What?
it was like it was amazing. Like
you got a rush.
I did. I got a rush. I'm not gonna lie. I got a rush.
She became it.
I'm not proud of this, by the way, and I don't endorse it. Gotta say that.
Don't have to mean it, but you gotta say it.
Yeah, I'm not proud of this. I don't endorse it.
And don't do it out there.
Don't do it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think I was like 19 or something. I don't know, 19 or 20. But then I was like, wow, I can do this. This is whoa. And so then I went to a grocery store, and there was prosciutto.
Oh,
prosciutto.
You stole some prosciutto. You stole some ham. You like that ham?
Prosciutto's great.
Sam, I am.
Yeah. I stole prosciutto, and I was like, and I stole something. No one knew. And I checked out. I bought some other things, right? And she didn't know. And I was like, fuck, what have I been missing all my life?
Oh, wow. That was the beginning of it. That was the beginning of the end?
That was amazing. What have I been missing
I
all
was
my
just like,
life?
this is phenomenal. Like, and I conned her. I mean, it was like it was almost
Perfect
like
crime.
Perfect crime. It was almost
Model
like
by day,
right?
thief by night.
By night. It was almost like, oh my God, I have become a different. This is like, it was a changing point in my life. And then I would and then I'd think about it during the day, like, what am I going to steal?
No way.
This is not true.
Tell
This
me
is completely true.
That is amazing.
And I'm like,
your
what am I going to
stock-
steal? And then,
What am I gonna steal?
and then I'm like,
Oh my God.
all right. And then it got bigger. Then I went to the supermarketo. Supermarket.
Is that like Vareta?
Supermarket. Supermarketo, where they have like their prosciutto's badass, right? I'm stealing things, and I had this viewpoint, which is insane. But I had this viewpoint.
You deserve it.
No, well, yeah, of course. But I actually didn't have that. I just loved the stealing. And is that they don't speak English, so they can't possibly see what I'm.
What do you mean? Well, they have eyes.
It's insane. They can't speak English, so there was a disconnect because like you're living in a country, they're all speaking Italian. You're in Italy, right? And like there was some like crazy viewpoint that I had, some crazy logic that they're speaking Italian, so they don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
insane.
love this.
So then I'm at the supermarketo. It's probably like really the 5th time I've done this, right? I didn't do it a lot. And I'm looking around, and I go for this. I get tuna, I get prosciutto, I get something else small. Then I go for a big loaf of bread.
Oh, you're making a sandwich in the market. That's what's happening. Okay, now I get this.
Oh,
Tuna
my
and prosciutto sandwich?
I,
Oh, come
something's
on.
wrong with this. She was hungry. All right.
I put it in my bag, and I turn around, and there's a woman standing there, another patron. She's just
Another shoplifter who wants some ham.
stares at me, and that was the last. Like, because I got caught. I got
Nothing
caught.
happened though.
No, she just stared at me, and then she broke through that communication barrier that I thought I had.
That
Because
weird
stealing
thing-
is stealing
Yeah.
in any country, at any language, and she just stared at me. And I don't even think I took the loaf back because I'm like, I got to own this, right? Because I don't know, like if you're lying about something, do you go, okay, is it easier to go, yeah, it's a lie, or I'm gonna own it? Yeah, I lied.
Commit to it.
I lied, and I lied because and try to just justify it that way. Yeah, the latter.
I think so. I mean, we do things that we know aren't right because we have fun doing it sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
We have fun, and that's the. Well, you know what?
That's the bottom line.
You were just paying the Italians back because they are some of the biggest thieves in the world in Italy. You cannot go out on the street
with the purses, with with the little banditos. Yeah.
They come out with a motorcycle and
yeah, I know.
stuff.
I
So,
know.
It's payback.
Can you talk about your documentary?
I can.
All right, talk about it. See, I'm not a good interviewer. I'll just tell you. I know. I'm like, go ahead and talk about it. It's pretty fascinating, and I'm so fascinated by it because it's the life that you've led,
I did.
and people don't know this. I think it's extraordinary.
The documentary is called A Man Called God. Mm-hmm. A Man Called God. For those of you who are aware of cults, let's even simplify this. Jim Jones was a cult.
And that was Australia?
No. They went to Guyana.
Oh, Guyana.
Jim
Right.
Jones
I remember
was...
yes, okay.
You remember him?
Of course.
A charismatic... Cuckoo pants. Yeah, charismatic cuckoo pants.
Yeah.
He was having sex with most of, I don't know if it was both men and women, but that was his thing. I think it was women. Mm-hmm. And they were up in San Francisco. And he decided he was going to move the entire clan, not like KKK, over to Guyana. It was really more to do with the city, the official. People were starting to find out some strange things about this cult. I got to go back to the beginning. My stepmother claims that a man walked through her wall while she was in a bathtub. This is no shit. And said that he looked like an African-American man with a big afro and an orange robe. Well, I asked her years after the fact when she told me this, I said, were you doing any drugs? You know, it was the 70s, coming out of the 60s. Anyway, she convinced my father that this happened, and she went on a search for an Indian or an African man with a orange afro or a robe that's orange and a big afro. Sorry, I couldn't even talk that. Yeah. Orange afro would be sort of like what's the clown's name? That's a cult. That's a cult.
Eat the burger. Eat the burger.
Play with the toys. Here are the toys. Did you know that an Indian man, a Hindu man, he sued McDonald's successfully because the French fries were cooked in beef tallow? And, you know, he's going to go to wherever they go when you eat cow.
Yep.
In India. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Wait, okay, so she went on and then she found this man.
She found this man.
She found him, and she's like, this is my
God.
spiritual leader. This is God.
This is not only my spiritual leader,
everybody's.
But yeah, and Kristoff and Christopher especially.
Yeah.
Wow. You have to go along for this ride, so she said to my dad. And, you know, being a filmmaker, my dad said, well, you know, this might be a good opportunity to film a documentary. Uh-huh. So he's the one who brought all the 16 millimeter. Yeah,
shoot,
he and I. He and I was 14.
This is amazing.
I funded a lot of this film.
Yeah.
At that age, from Bad News, from all the television that I had done.
Yes.
I didn't really bring the money out of my account myself. I was 14. I remember my dad walking up with a withdrawal slip and saying, son, we gonna do a movie.
You're like, sure.
Anyway, that's how the doc started. And we went to India. I can tell you this, that I am the catalyst in this story. And I am the one who removed us from the cult. From what I found out. That's what this film is about.
And that's in the documentary.
That is in this
I love
documentary.
it. It's phenomenal. I love this.
And if I can tell you that this man, he's no slouch. He died, so he's a slouching under. Yeah,
somewhere else?
But somewhere else. It's won a lot of awards.
Yeah.
It's doing good.
I know.
It did good.
What did it win?
It won Best Documentary at
At a
6
festival.
or 7. I got best doctor. and all
Kristoff,
these-
this is great.
It is kind of cool.
This is
I
incredible.
want you to see the whole thing.
Yeah, I will. You're coming over and I'm doing this. Listen, do you want to talk about your son?
It's
If you want
yeah,
to.
Yeah, sure.
If
no,
it's
I'm
something because since this is single mom a go-go,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we talk about our kids and we talk about, and also I care deeply about the situation you're going through. Care deeply about you. So, and I think that peeps watching, there are people who you're helping by what you're doing.
Thank you. I hope so.
Yeah, and I think it's
so.
important to
Julian's-
talk about it.
he's helping.
Julian's helping.
So I'm the instrument.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I got to be honest with you. You hear about family members who, they commit suicide or they go into a state mental hospital and don't come out. Just a life infused with so much drama.
Yeah.
It really is. A life infused with medications that may or may not work, doctors that don't really care, nurses, employees that, same thing, don't care. They've been on the job so long that it's a number. It's like prisoners and a number, an inmate number. But I didn't want to be part of this club, this membership. I absolutely, no one does. So, yeah, there's a lot to this story, though. What do you want to know?
There's a lot
What
to
do you,
this story. Because I don't want it to be a little soundbite, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
not.
It's not.
I wanted to bring up something that I found sort of interesting the other day when you were over here, and that babysitter was just, so you have the Kristoff's son killed himself. Should I say it like that? Took his own life.
Took his own life. Killed
Took his own
himself.
life.
Suicide. It's
Okay.
all. Yeah.
And 2 years ago, November 23rd.
Yeah. That's right.
And but he was actually at a hospital where to prevent this, and it happened there. Yeah. And so what Kristoff and his ex-wife are doing, and I fully support, is trying to close these motherfuckers down.
That's true. That's
right.
That's the
because
goal.
I'm sorry, but they should be closed down. They should be closed down, because I think that sometimes the doctor or the caretaker who said, "Well, I tried, I didn't," no. So you're accountable, and I think that they hide behind, "Well, he wanted to do it anyway." No, if you have a hospital where you say, "We're going to take care of this for you," and then you don't, and then you just call the parent and say, "Hey, can you pick up? Oh, by the way, your son has died. Can you pick up his stuff?"
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
That's absolutely what happened.
It's, to say the least, fucked up, and they should fucking go down.
Yeah.
They should close the fuck down. But I found something very fascinating when you were here and you were talking to that woman who was watching Jameson and Natalia.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Listen," and you were telling her the story, and I found her reaction like to be, I was like, your reaction to this is not sufficient to me, and like she was just like, oh wow, like that, and I'm like, and it really, that bothered me. How do you deal with like the reactions of others on it, like something like that, because that bothered me, and maybe you didn't notice.
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
No, I didn't. There's a 6-letter word that I didn't realize until it started happening, and it's called awkward. There's a cloud over the conversation immediately, and you're right. No one wants to deal with their own mortality. No parent wants to deal with the explanation from another parent of why that their kid died.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to suicide. There's so many people who don't understand what that is all about. And just as many who don't understand what mental health is all about, mental illness. So awkward is it. That's what it is. And I don't, now I try to make people feel more at ease about it.
Because they're so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and honestly,
That's actually lovely. Like as if you would care to do that,
We're all the same, and we've all lost, and my loss is no greater than your loss. If anyone's lost a parent or a child, you know what it feels like to go. I brought that kid into the world, and there's a difference between when at some point my dad's going to die, and he's a robust, just athletic dude, and I can't even think of him not being here. I don't know what that's going to feel like compared to what I feel with my son no longer being here. But my mission is clear. His death will not be in vain. My whole outlook on life has changed. I am embracing and accepting that word, mortality.
I do want to add in about, just because we talk about what happened with Julian and the assholes involved, what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful human being he was. Beautiful human being. He was one of my favorites when he'd come, because there was no, he wasn't like trying to be good, he was just the sweetest, most sensitive, beautiful artist. Very good.
Got a lawsuit coming up.
Just to add in, this wasn't the only case. There were other you guys fought it, and there were other cases, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because you're actually other people who don't have a voice. This happened to them, obviously, before you.
Yes, it did.
And they don't have a voice, and they didn't. Nobody was interested in taking their case. I don't know. Maybe they tried and they couldn't, and you're doing that for them. And it's an important thing, and it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Michelle. It's not just for them. Well,
but
it's
for everyone.
It's for everyone. I've replaced the hatred with I feel sorry
with activity.
for them now. I feel sorry for the people that are out there who don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
They must get the education, and that is what my mission is. Find out. Come to Julian for Justice. That's my Twitter page. We put up all sorts of information daily, weekly. If you think that you have any kind of depression, if you're going through a tough time in life, if you don't know who to talk to, who to relate to, so many of us are on social media going like this, talking. We're here for you.
Yes, and
we're here.
Exactly. Another reason that I want you to come here and talk about this is like the social media. Get some help, man.
Yeah.
What about the therapy? What about sitting there and talking to someone? Get some help.
It's your family, though.
Yeah.
It really is. That's what it boils down to. I wish that I would have done more. I really do. But
you did.
To end it, no way. I can't end it on regret. I'm going to end it on happiness. Dude, man, I love you up there. Thank you for helping me to help down here. And I love you, and I love everybody out there. Please support this cause that we're talking about today. Please go to Julian for Justice. Please follow. Please put something in there that we can relate to, because it's not about me just educating you. It's about you educating me and the rest of the people. Mm-hmm. You got something to offer that I don't, and I don't know what that is until you offer it. There. Now let's move on to another thing. Right on. I will be running for president of the United States.
Oh God! Can you this election?
Oh man!
Please.
I haven't even said anything about that. I'm sorry. That's not leaving shit on a light note.
Okay, we're gonna do a fun game. It's just rapid fire.
All right, cool.
Rapid fire.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Brady or Manning?
What?
Brady or Manning?
Oh, I'm gonna take Manning.
Manning. Okay. Tits or ass?
Both.
Skirts or pants?
Panties.
Perfect answer.
Heels or thongs?
Thongs. Wait. It depends on what's going on. Like the heel. Yeah. Shoot. You really want one or the other?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's rapid fire.
I'm gonna take the heels. Okay, go.
Heels
Heel.
or thongs?
Yeah, heels.
Heels?
Yeah.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Wine or cheese?
Wine.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Rob or Tovin?
For what?
President. Obviously, president.
Yeah, both Rob and Tobin are cool. I've known them longer than an hour. We might be friends with football, so I'm gonna say both of my boys.
Satin or silk?
Silk.
Bra or no bra?
No bra.
Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
Oh
free
my
to
God.
nipple.
Done.
But we can't do it on Facebook. I put my nipple on Facebook. I'm not kidding. I took a picture of it. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but my whole page got shut down. Somebody complained. They thought it was a female's nipple.
Yeah. I was going through a time like a kind of I don't know if it was rebellious, but I wanted to get a nipple ring. A girlfriend of mine had one, and I was like, "That looks great. I wanted one." So I checked it out. I put a thing, and I was like, "I can't. No, this doesn't work."
You actually work? You put it through?
I put it like an earring, and I'm like, I'm trying to be. Like it didn't work.
Yeah.
And my friend who had it had tattoos, and
yeah.
you know, and I'm like, I can't make this
package.
work.
You gotta
It
do
was
the whole
it was
thing.
like it was like this nerd kind of vibe, like trying to be, and I'm like, this doesn't work. So
I can't picture you with an.
yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Like a nose ring, I don't think that'd work on me either.
I don't know. Maybe a tattoo.
No, I have a tattoo.
Where?
I have a tattoo over my scar. I have it over my scar.
I see it.
For my back surgery to remind me that having my children almost fucking killed me, and so I have my daughter's 2 middle names.
Okay.
And then I had a second one. I didn't think I'd have a second one. I'm like, oh, I don't want another tattoo.
Don't want another one. No.
No. Thank you for.
Did you see the Olympics? The guy who he ran the 1500 meter.
Yeah.
And the white guy.
Yeah.
Not that. He was a guy.
Who's your
He
white
was
guy?
an American guy.
You're just
Okay.
describing him.
Yes.
He had white skin.
He had white skin. And he was up against guys who have really, I mean, they've won this
Yeah,
every year.
right.
I don't know what it is with the African dudes and the Kenyans. I don't know how they got the stamina to last for 42 days and running in the Olympics.
Yeah.
But this guy, no one had won this. No American had won this since 1908, I believe it was.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm telling you this quick story
Thank
is
you.
when he won, because he did win, his father flipped out in the stands. His whole family. And his dad was an Olympian and won medals. And his dad had promised him that if he won this 1500 meter, he would get a tattoo. And the tattoo that he got, like father, like son.
Oh, beautiful.
That's cool. Wow, that's cool.
What happened? Ah.
It's so beautiful. No, I'm hugging you. All right, that's it.
That's it.
One of my favorite humans on the planet.